Well, hello there, folks. We are back here on the Mountain Views program on Park City Television. It's been a little bit challenging to do live television this evening, but that's okay because we are committed to whatever happens live without a net. It's pretty fun. I'm excited to have these two fellows in the studio this evening. They are a part of our wonderful musical experience tonight. And they are making some delicious spirits right here in Salt Lake City, Utah, of which there actually is a pretty grand tradition if you look far back into the history, although I don't believe that we have had best-in-class rum ever distilled in Salt Lake City. So I'm excited to introduce you to the two fellows that are responsible for Distillery 36. It's Creed Law and John Gregerson. Hi, fellas. How are you?
Hey, good.
How are you?
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you, man.
So we have a little bit of a backstory that I'll tell as quickly as I can, and that is that we ran into one another at the bar
Yes.
on a Friday afternoon
Yeah.
at one of my favorite watering holes.
Yep, Piper Down.
Piper Down,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, that's my place. I love it.
That is a place that would be my place if I lived in Salt Lake.
A little closer.
Maybe one of these days.
Right.
So, fellas, rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do tell. Where did the inspiration come from?
Came from this guy.
Yeah. I just started I was a bandit in my backyard for a long time. I don't know if I can get in trouble for saying that, but
Yeah, it's okay. It's over now, right?
Yeah, so now I'm all
now
legit.
You're
Yeah.
legal, so.
Yeah. So-
And why rum specifically?
well, rum is a clear spirit that we can make, and it has a lot of flavors, and we can do a unique thing rather than just a stripped down alcohol like vodka.
Yeah, there were multiple vodkas already on the market.
Yeah, and that's
and
truly, the Five Lives guys are friends of ours here at Park City
Yeah.
Television, they do a great job.
for sure.
When I first heard and when we first met, when you said that you were distilling rum, I was intrigued.
And it doesn't require the white rum that we specifically came out with. It doesn't require aging, so we can actually have a product on the market, and we can continue with our aging process. And hopefully, I mean, I'd eventually like to get into whiskey, but that it takes time, obviously.
Sure.
So, yeah, we came out with the white rum initially, so we could have it on the market, and here we are, which is great. It's being received pretty well so far. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's do this. I'm
right.
gonna do the honors, if you guys don't mind, to pour. And of course, we have a little bit of a hodgepodge of
That's all right.
of glassware here.
Tastes great in any glass.
yeah.
Nicely played. And I guess
go,
the
buddy.
thing that I want to point out, and we talked about this before we came on air, which is, there you are, that rum is traditionally kind of associated with sweet drinks, fruity drinks, etc., and is kind of known as a sweet spirit in and of itself. In fact, I think I shared with you guys that my dad was a rum and coke drinker, and even as a young guy, I didn't love it that much. And what you've made, and we're drinking it straight here, because it's not unlike a fine vodka that you might put in a martini or that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Talk about what your goals were and kind of your process of getting to what we're tasting now.
Well, we were looking for a drink that the general population will like. We don't want to exclude people for overbearing flavors or having it syrupy or some sort of sugar thing. So we don't have any sort of sweetener added to this rum, and it's really smooth, and it's got a lot of flavor. It's decent nose to it.
Yeah, a lot of people, they associate rum, with just Captain Morgan or Malibu and stuff like that, The craft distillery movement that's going on is definitely opened my eyes a lot, over the recent
Sure.
years. And I mean, you can just do so much with rum, and
it feels like a wide open category, as we discussed.
Right.
There's a lot of folks making vodka, not that many folks making rum.
right. And there are a few. Rum is getting,
Yeah, cheers.
rum is starting to make its mark. So yeah,
Absolutely.
cheers for sure.
Cheers, fellows.
You can drink it straight.
You can. It really is not unlike a glass of scotch. In fact, I tend to enjoy a Tullamore Dew, for example, which
Right.
is a kind of a rounder, and in that case, it's got some sweetness to it that's from the aging process. But the point being that it's not so sharp, so charcoaly, the way that a Jack Daniel's and a lot of Scotch products are. But this immediately, and as I say, I was all open to just sip it this way rather than make a cocktail and kind of almost reinforce the stereotype of rum in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, I'm really interested in trying out the more like savory mixers. You know, I like whiskey. I like, you know,
Sure.
Old fashions and things of that nature. You know, I also like fruity drinks as well, but I'm interested in experimenting a lot with mixing these as you would in a more savory fashion. You know,
Sure.
it works, and so far so good. So.
It's very good. It's such a great story. I'm super happy for you guys. What has been your experience so far? And actually, you know, I don't remember. I know, John, we probably discussed this, but how long have you guys been? Well, how long have you been distilling, and how long have you been, quote unquote, in business in terms of having a bottle with a label and all of the right
We've
stickers?
officially been distilling for about a year now.
Yeah, we became licensed for production in March of 2015. So we spent the better part of 2015 trying to perfect our recipe, you know, and coming up with, you know, what exactly that we wanted. We opened in December. Like the 29th of December. We missed the holidays, unfortunately. I think we were waiting on corks to open, you know. So we missed the holiday thing, but we've been open since December, and we did just get picked up by the DABC. We're distributed, you know, throughout liquor stores throughout the state. So
Congratulations.
Thank
That's very
you.
cool. That's really huge.
It's a huge landmark for us, you know, just seeing our bottle on the liquor store shelves, you know, because we started this 3 years ago. So it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
So a lot of nights and weekends.
And I'm sure for a first venture like this for you guys, it's probably fraught with worry and concern, and we're putting in all this effort. Is it going to be worth it in the end? And
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
must be pretty cool to
Totally. I mean,
see these bottles sitting
They
here.
made us build the whole facility and building before you're even supposed to turn in the paperwork to federal government. So
Right, absolutely.
It's definitely a leap of faith, you know, because like you were saying, you have to have a facility and everything in place before you can even be considered to, you know, be licensed.
Right.
So you really
And
have-
even apart from the consideration of licensing, on some level, it's a lot easier to get licensed than it is to make a really good product.
Right.
And you can go through the entire process of getting licensed, but who cares if you don't have something that in the
Right.
bottle and
Yeah.
in the cup and on the palate is
Right.
something that
Gotta
that
be
people
marketable.
want.
You know, and we did find out. We entered the Denver International Spirits Competition, and we took a couple of silvers in the competition. So
No kidding.
we were surprised. We were really
Wow.
excited about it. So, like I say, it's being received somewhat well. So,
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Hey, let's take a break, and I want to hear about the future because it sounds like you guys are really well positioned, and I'm so glad that you're doing business stuff instead of me. All I have to do is sit here and talk.
great.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break. More with the fellows from Distillery 36 right after this, because I love you. Welcome back. We are chatting with the founders of Distillery 36, who are following a grand tradition here in the state of Utah of making delicious beverages that have got a little bit of a kick, and you just might like it. Hi, Creed. Hi, John.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Right.
So you guys have cleared most of the hurdles that are what must be done and what a lot of people don't get done in their dream of having a business and getting to the point where the licensing, the distribution, all those kinds of things are set. As you mentioned before the commercial break, you are dialed with the DABC. Thank you, DABC.
Yeah.
You guys are wonderful. And here we are. What's the plan from here? So you guys are up and running. How do you go from here to world domination?
Yeah.
Rum
I hope so.
domination.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We're just trying to get established locally. You know, I think that's kind of our game plan. I got to give a shout out to our other partner, Jensen Dobbs, though.
yeah, without him, he does all
Yeah.
the paperwork. He's the man.
He
that-
got us here
Nice.
with
JD.
the business. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Work
man.
man.
Yep. So
Fantastic.
anyway, but yeah, we're trying to get established locally, and then we'll see about outside distribution in other states. You know, we're self-funded. We're three guys that have put all of our own money into
Yeah.
it. worked nights and weekends, continuing with our day jobs and things like that. So we don't have a
marketing fund,
a huge marketing fund, or those resources. So getting established locally, branching out from there, and
press
then
in the flesh.
Yeah.
And that's how we met, right?
Yeah,
you were taking care of your account at Piper Down.
Yeah, right. I take care of my account at Piper Down all the time, just so you know.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes from there.
Well, and I have to say that from a capital formation standpoint, from a finance standpoint, the fact that you guys have gotten this far without having to go ask for money is a huge deal, because of course it doesn't necessarily get easier from here, but you're to the point now where your ability to attract capital, if you make the decision to want to do so, is
might be there
greatly enhanced. Sure, you've got distribution, you got a product that's licensed and in the marketplace, all of which is fantastic, and you always have the ability to say, you know what, we're just going to keep all that equity for ourselves and keep grinding and see how far we can go without venture capital money in it.
However, if there are any millionaires out there that are looking for something to dump their money into, give us a call.
Get a hold of us.
Yeah. One of the reasons that I think that we were able to keep it, between us is that Creed fabricated the still. We've built all of our own equipment. We've repurposed, most of what we are using from other industries. So we've saved a lot of money.
We probably put pennies on the dollar for our fermenters that other facilities have. We use old milk tanks, and they work perfectly, and they cost us $500-600,
Sure.
instead of $5,000-6,000.
And you can always get fancy with it later, but as long as it's not affecting quality.
I like the milk tanks. They work great.
and perhaps a great hook for your branding, marketing.
Yeah.
That's a.
Yeah, we built it up truly from scratch. Even our facility, when we got it was
just a blank warehouse space, and we're all we have construction, so we all just framed it out, drywall, paint. It's just what we did.
Yeah, we built out our facility, and
anything we needed licenses for, we have friends, we just called up and they came over and did the little part that they needed to, and
that's cool.
Boom.
Good for you guys.
Thanks.
Well, I say on this program with regularity that one of the reasons I love doing this so much and why I have such a great time at Park City Television is because I'm a born fan. And man, I just love the story. I'm so proud of you guys, and I would say I'm rooting for you, but I'm not worried about it. I have, from this seat over here, I have every confidence for your future success. You've done so much so far. Tell folks where to find out more online about Distillery 36.
You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We have those accounts, and at distillery36.com. You can follow us there.
You can stop into the store, 2374 South Redwood Road. We're in the second row back from Redwood Road. It's a shop complex. It's a little bit hard to find, but we're there Friday and Saturdays from 9 to 5.
You can always
2374 Redwood Road.
Yep. Call and schedule a tour and come see our facility for sure. And then liquor stores, like I say, there are select liquor stores throughout the state, but you can find it pretty much wherever you need. So.
Well, whether it be High West or Jack Daniels or any other label, everybody started out where you guys are, and you made it this far. I'm super proud of you, and I'm just so happy for you. Cheers for great success.
Cheers. Absolutely.
And more music to come, right?
Right.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, you guys, we got to talk about weather right after the break. That being said, stay tuned because lots more music of the punk rock style and a little bit more Distillery 36 after this. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.